Okay, so I'm going to try to elaborate on what the person had covered in the video when it came to calculating the risers for a set of stairs. So in this scenario that I'm giving you, a total rise is 72 inches, and that's from finished floor to finished floor. That's important. Okay, so the first steps you want to do is you divide your 72 by 7, which is sort of like that ideal step, and that comes to 10.28. Anything that is 0.50 or less, I'd round down, so certainly at a 0.28, we're going to round that down to 10 risers. So now to calculate the actual measurement, you take your 72, your total rise, divided by 10 risers, and that comes to 7.2. So normally we would use our conversion chart or our framing square to find out what 0.2 would be as far as a fraction. But one thing that was neat is in that video, that guy had taught me a little something I've never done before, which is you take the 0.2 times 16 and it converts it into sixteenths. So it works out to be 3.2 sixteenths of an inch. So you round that down to 7 and 3/16. So that's what your individual unit rise will be, 7 and 3/16. We have a unit run of 10, like that. There is a rule of thumb that if you take one rise plus one tread, it should fall into 17 to 18 inches, which this one does. So now once we have calculated the 7 and 3/16 unit rise and a 10-inch tread, now we can find out what the total projection is. So remember, there's always one less tread than there is risers. So there'd be 9 of them. So it would be 9 times the 10 inches for a total run of 90 inches. So you'll also notice here I marked the crown, the stringer. So one other thing I want to talk about is in the video he mentioned you must cut off the bottom of your stringer the thickness of a tread. So imagine if we had laid out all of these rise and runs. So 7 and 3/16, 10 inch, 7 and 3/16, 10 inch, and it was 7 and 3/16 still at the bottom. What ultimately would happen is once we applied your tread stock, let's say it was 1 inch thick, now you would have 8 and 3/16 of the first step, and that's no good. So that's why you cut the thickness of your tread off the bottom, which then also would lower this to the correct. So when you put your tread on here, it would work. All right, hopefully that helps. I'm going to give you some practice examples.